Are we live? Oh, okay, all right. Hello, welcome everybody. Milton is on vacation tonight, so I'm Jennifer, and it's my first day here as an intern, so I'm a little nervous because they left me to organize the whole show. So, this isn't supposed to be here. This is somebody. Oh, someone's gonna hit on my head. Okay. All right. Let's see. What are we supposed to? Okay. First. First, thank you all for coming, everybody. And we're going to kick off our broadcast tonight with everybody's favorite movie criticism show, Two on the Aisle, starring Howard Flegelfluss and Jenny Pittman. Howard Flegelfluss.
Thank you. But all I'm saying is that if they expect you to do the show, they should park your car for you.
Howard.
I'm sorry. It's a stupid reason to be late. Hello.
I don't know how the intern introduced us, but I'm Jen Pittsfield. You know me from Two on the Aisle. I have a guest today, my fellow critic, Howard Flatermouse.
Thank you.
Howard, do you want to tell the audience a little bit about your esteemed career as a critic?
I don't like to brag, but I am the longest running and oldest president of the Schenectady Community College AV Club. And you may have seen my newsletters. One of them is called Outtakes. Outtakes.
Okay.
I'll get your email later.
Thank you, Howard. We have a really great show for you tonight. We're going to take a look at some of the latest and greatest films that are out there. We want to start with the latest offering from Benicio Flatermouse.
Well, relative.
Can you imagine? It's what a coincidence, right?
Why I had my interest in film.
Tell me how you're related to
Maestro
Flatermouse.
He is my great uncle. There was a bit of distancing with him after the Second World War. But after the change of political climate in the country, I think people are much more accepting of him. So there's been a resurgence in some of his work. And, he loved the idea of romantic comedy and also oppressive brutalism.
Yes, that's great. That's really his signature, and we see that in the new film, where a young woman is living in a post-Soviet society in a very gray atmosphere, but finds love across the courtyard.
I feel as if I must say something though about
Please.
why there was controversy after the Second World War. It's actually worse than people. It's worse than people think.
Howard, let's talk about the film. I know you have some strong feelings about this film. You want to just
He invented CrossFit. I said it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Howard, do you want to set up his first scene?
Oh yes. Well, the scene of the film, and we did the title, did we?
We did not.
It's all right. Shall you?
Somebody tell me, what is the title of this film that has never been seen?
8 elephants in a room.
8 elephants in a room.
Brutalism indeed.
It was brutalism, and the opening I think says a lot.
It does.
And you've got not quite 8 people. They're supposed to have 8 people for this military sort of investigation going on in the beginning. And I won't spoil what it's about. You'll find out. But they are all the elephants in the room. They've all got secrets and motives.
Yes. Now, all of these actors were unknowns.
Completely.
Yeah. I've always loved that Flater Mouse had an almost choreographic approach to staging these scenes.
He did. They're all integrated around one another. You'll notice that the person typing at some point is actually going to type in the air off the typewriter. This was a statement he was making about bureaucracy.
Yes, yes.
Look at that. No one pays attention.
And the industrialization of literature, I think, is what he was really commenting on there.
Well, things really get shaken up when the actual real elephant barges through and nearly kills everyone.
Yes.
The tension, because I know it's coming. We all know it's coming.
Do you guys feel something? Do you feel the ground? You feel the ground rumbling? The ground.
It's rumbling because we must find out who did not side with us during World War II. One of us in this room.
I want to pause for a moment. Just notice how in shape that man is. How insufferably athletic. And we're meant to see him as a hero because of my great uncle's
Yes.
leanings in physical fitness, but I despise him. We can continue.
We all believe in the goals that our government has set out for us. But what are we if we cannot trust each other?
Are you saying you think we're going to learn to trust one another?
But comrades, we must. If we cannot trust each other, how are we to carry this government forward? Much like I will carry these extremely heavy barbells forward.
There is no forward. There is only this.
Howard, I want to comment for a second, and I was bothered by this at first, but then I saw it as a metaphor. You can see the actors getting more fit as the movie goes.
It's true. He forced them to drink these green chlorophyll shakes, the grass shakes, wheatgrass, and he forced them to do his insufferable cross-fitness, which, by the way, back then in the late 40s, early 50s, there was a high fatality rate with the equipment.
and I read that even the elephants did box jumps.
Yes, well, we're going to see, the fitness is what causes, honestly, if this were made today, it would all be CGI, because they almost all really die. But just before the elephant comes in and you see the chaos and near carnage ensue, we have a character plainly state why they have met, exactly what the case is about.
You think we're moving forward? We're not moving forward, not until this mystery is solved. Now, someone in this room is responsible for the leaking of state secrets that led to us losing the war.
It could not be me. I was a hero at the final battle. But it could be you.
It could not be me. I was in California at the time. Not me.
Perhaps it is you. Or you. Or you.
Oh man, those really heavy jars of written paper that are not important were so heavy your startling made me break them. Oh, darn. I will just dispose of them behind here. And no one can look and just look at my very defined back muscles through this very tight shirt.
Well, that is really a shame, you know. I think we're going to have to sort of clean up that sort of shoddy behavior. Now they're ruined. We can't possibly look at them or read them since he kicked them behind a thing.
Yes, very inconvenient. It's almost as if we were going to stumble upon something. Mayhaps you are the one who is the traitor as I point at you with my very defined forearm.
But before he speaks, I would apologize. The scene is just about to end with the elephant rampage. I want to point out how odd it is that there were important letters in jars.
Yes.
Jars, you'll see glass jars and containers as a metaphor all through the movie. Glass things you can see in that are distorted. And he had a very deep psyche about these things with symbolism.
About jars?
Yes.
A metaphor for what?
Well, we never did find out he was addicted to opiates. I think it had something to do with pickles.
All right.
And here comes Jumbo.
Yes, here comes Jumbo. Let's keep going.
Me?
You!
You
Yes,
accuse
you!
me? You!
Yes, you! Wait,
Well, let's see who you accuse.
do you guys feel that?
Oh no! It's choking me with the trunk! Oh! Oh! If only I was in better shape!
As it's choking him out, note that it painted on the side of the elephant. It's very subtle. It says government corruption. The word government corruption.
Very subtle.
And it fades out. It's just
My neck, like the jaw, is broken.
that line.
And that was the first, the filmic injury, as well as the first real injury.
Yes.
In fact, fatality.
Well,
on the set.
They made sure to keep him alive. They spared no expense until the statute of limitations ran out.
Right, right.
And then they just let him go.
Yes.
But then we cut to this weird meet cute because it's a romance
Right,
comedy too.
exactly.
It's crazy.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Are you sitting here?
Well, I was a moment ago.
I believe this flower belongs to you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Notice she took the flower out of a jar.
And also, just as a reminder, this is the air-typing woman
Yes.
and the cowboy, who incongruously appears in this World War II story. It will be explained, of course.
It's red. My favorite color of the motherland.
It's my favorite color too, because it's the color of your lips.
Did you notice when she walked in, by the way, she never completely closed the door?
I did notice that.
It was an intentional pun. It turns out the door is ajar.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you had your flower back.
Oh. Well, I was actually wondering. I'm not a very discreet young lady, but if you needed to hide state secrets, how would you do it?
Well, you're lucky. I'm kind of high up in the department myself. Yeah, someone has to watch the horses. But I would put them into a jar. Not a mason jar, though. Those
Excuse
things are
me.
clear.
I walked in, the door was open. Are those your horses up there?
I mean, the brown one and the white one and the black one?
Well, now they're all just a little shade of red. They were stampeded by an elephant. Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry to break the news to you.
Oh, okay. I gotta go. Lovely to meet you, miss.
He said a jar, and he gave this. He planted evidence on me.
Where did you get that?
Nowhere.
How did you come by that flower?
Why do you want to know?
That flower contains secret microfilm.
I'm going to pause it right here and apologize in advance. This print of the film, old film sometimes skips and gyrates, panels get messed up. So what unfortunately is going to happen is the rest of this scene, which actually does turn into a kind of romantic comedy in a moment, it's as if those two characters were squatting low because the frame is cut, and as if two other people were standing over them, being their lower halves. It's really strange. The frame is just cut. You've got top halves of people at the top of the frame, and their bottom half is the top. And we just couldn't really do anything because there's no restoring it. It's just completely damaged film. So I'll start it again, and there will probably be two other halves of people being very. It's going to be very odd, and I apologize. But I tell you, it gets funny and romantic. You won't believe it. Here we go.
Are you jealous because you were not the one who gave me this flower?
Why? Yes, it's like you see right through me. You are so beautiful.
I know.
I would betray my country for you. What is your name?
My name? My name is Ivana.
It's beautiful.
And we see how the lower halves of them are dancing with joy. It's a little weird because, again, it's just a split there in the screen. But
In Russia, Ivana means jar. Did you know that?
I did because I'm from here.
Yeah, you're Russian.
here comes the music.
Oh, wow. That's great. You don't look Russian. Oh, you're so beautiful.
I get that all the time.
So,
Let's do your traditional dance.
let's do the traditional dance.
Yes! And then they both slip on the same banana peel. The comedy. I promised you.
Now, I want to come back to one thing we were talking about in terms of the brutalism combined with the romantic comedy. You might expect that the romantic leads would have a strong emotional reaction to the horses all being trampled and dead.
Which they actually did do because this was pre-code
Right,
as far as
right.
animal rights.
Yeah, but the brutalism is that they don't even notice. They have no emotional reactions. Do they have emotions?
That's the question that's been asked. It's almost as if they keep their emotions in a jar.
Their emotions are bottled
Bottled up.
up. Howard, I think I see it.
Yes. If only we knew what the hell the jars meant, we'd follow the film.
Yeah, we would.
Oh, Yuri. Yuri. What am I to do?
We do not know how to feel happiness or excitement anymore.
Exactly. I met a beautiful woman. I fell in love with her. How do I know? I was sweating a little bit. That's how I know. But I cannot feel it in my heart. It is locked away like something you might put something in with the tight lid that you cannot get the lid off, like a glass container that you might have your heart stuck in.
Something that is confining, but something that also keeps it fresh.
Exactly. And it's like they can see right through me, like they can see it, but they cannot touch it.
These pickles are like happiness. These beets are your excitement.
Exactly.
It is time for us to unleash the vegetables.
With your strength, You can do it.
More protein shake.
Watch out, there is something on the ground there, all mushy and
I want to point out, unfortunately, the horses vanishing or being trampled and the occurrence of a protein shake are not a coincidence. This was after World War II and meat prices were still very high. You can't waste what's there.
it's a mess over there.
Yes, but my legs feel stronger than ever.
Your legs?
And I've never had longer, shinier hair.
Oh, you look terrific.
I think I'm ready. Excitement, happiness, it can be yours.
I'm ready.
Take these beats.
Here, do the pickles.
Now, consume them, and understand love for the first time.
I feel like the insides of a horse all revved up and ready to run.
Yes,
Yes.
you must run first. We're going to run 2 miles in laps around, then 14 kip pull-ups, then 32 push-ups and 16 burpees. That is workout day.
Why the hell are we doing that?
Seems like doing a very structured workout is efficient for building a muscle.
Yuri, have some beets, have some pickles.
And I will find love too.
Yes. And no more burpees. Off!
And so you see, it's a statement about World War II, and it's a statement about today,
Yes.
and our fitness-obsessed society. And perhaps we can't feel anything anymore because we are doing so many burpees.
I don't even think we really need to discuss this anymore. I think I'm going to give this a thumbs up.
That's a total of 2 thumbs up.
It just proves the adage: if you don't understand it, it must be art.
Yes. Exactly.
Well, would you like to set up the next film? Or sure.
Sure. We're really gonna change, location and
Oh, yeah.
pace right now.
Shake it up.
But even though this was so brutal, this next one is, we feel it, but it's hard to feel. There's a lot of rain, a lot of tears, one room that doesn't change through the whole film.
Bold.
Yeah.
Or low budget.
Remind me what the name of the film is?
Oh, the name of the film is a Damp Room.
The Damp Room. Yes. Let's see how it opens.
Yes.
And of course, Karen Nichols, who left Hollywood and came back after a long time,
Well,
after going through her own struggles.
she didn't really leave. Like, she didn't decide to leave.
That's true.
They-
That's true. She
Like,
was-
here's the door, Karen.
Right.
But she did come back, and that's brave.
Yeah.
We can all relate.
Yes, and we can relate even more to the feeling that it's a person dripping on us.
Yes.
You make it so obvious in this film, but that's what I love about it.
Well, the makeup was still extraordinary, but they didn't try. They could have had a natural plumbing fixture if they wanted.
Right.
Instead, they body painted this woman, and she's flicking.
Because don't we relate to the objects in our homes as people?
Yes, we talk to them.
Yes.
If the printer jams, you're like you spit it out, you son of a
Printer,
bitch.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, Celine, I get it. It's raining. I know it's raining. You can still.
One of Nichols' special talents
Thank
has
you.
always been acting with inanimate objects.
Yes. Oh yes.
It's
is where it started to fall apart for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was a good start, but then I thought, we can't control our ceilings or our plumbing fixtures. It's just not realistic.
Well, I don't know. I actually got a kick out of the fact that it's obviously a plumbing fixture, and yet she referred to it as if it was raining in the room. Which means, I took to mean that we bring on create our own weather with us wherever we go.
It's too heavy-handed for me. It's very obvious.
Oh. Yeah. I have to choose which hand I'm dealing with right now. Okay, put down drink. Oh boy, oh boy. See, now I'm just wet everywhere. That's not cool ceiling. Towels.
I particularly enjoy that. We never know how outside people know of her plight because there's no phone in the room, but yet the weatherman and the plumber both arrive and she can't decide who to let help her.
Tina, it's us.
Hi. Yes, the weatherman and the plumber. Thank you. It's been raining in my house. I feel like that's both of your responsibilities.
Listen, I'm here to fix whatever problem is going on. I got tools. This will be right.
But without my predictions, no one would ever know when it was the right time to fix something.
This is a classic conflict
Mm-hmm.
in our stories, which is mind over matter, braininess over brawn. Who will win?
And also, it's a little known fact that in vocational schools, meteorologists and plumbers are often, just because they're dealing with water, they hate one another.
Yes.
They spit at each other on the street.
I can tell that it's raining because I'm getting wet.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
can see it's precipitation.
No. I can see that you've got a serious problem with your piping. Whoever installed this is a complete moron.
That sounds more right to me. This is a rental. The landlord's a real jag.
Well, maybe the moron is the person who didn't require an associate's degree to learn what they need to do for their job.
There's
Do you
another
mind?
heavy-handed metaphor here, which is for the scientific method, okay?
Yes.
Where the weatherman represents observation, right? He's asking, what is happening? The plumber is asking, why is it happening?
It just gets a little bit heavy-handed, the science
It
versus
really
faith
does.
thing, when
It does.
Jesus appears in the back and stands. He just watches mostly. He just comes in off the fire escape.
My children! I have arrived.
It's cute that there's water on the floor and he's walking through it. That's how you know it's him.
Wait, you brought a carpenter too? You already have a plumber.
Interesting.
I didn't call any of you. I don't know why you're here except for the plumber. I called her all on my own. Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
You're very strong. Oh, very strong.
Tina, it's time to make a choice. Do you want a skilled tradesperson or a scientist? You can only love one.
Why?
Because I can't share you.
But I want to share you.
Let's pause right here. This movie came out when attitudes about polyamory were still very, very conservative.
They were.
And so there was a real risk that was about to be taken.
And now you can just screw anyone you want.
That's right.
God bless this
Yeah.
time we live in.
I got enough towels for all of us.
Praise me.
All of a sudden, I feel very nervous talking about this situation. I'm not quite sure why.
This is weird.
okay.
See, she divides it up and hands it out, but yet, here to say, as Jesus is handing things out, they just keep multiplying. He never stops handing out copies of the thing. Where they're coming from, we don't know.
So many towels, so many.
So many towels. So many towels.
We can talk. He's not the judgmental one.
Okay.
You know that. He's real chill. It's the other people that say they're listening to him that are less chill. But we can talk. He's fine.
Maybe we could give this a try, but I need to relax. Do you have any water or, I don't know, something stronger?
But wait.
Oh, I love this bit.
Shazam.
See?
I love Tabsov. Maybe we can make it work.
Now, it's also kind of a bit of a funny thing here that they opened a bottle of wine, and because they opened a bottle of wine, the artist who lives downstairs just somehow knows it, and he's there.
Yeah.
He's there.
Classic
And he's
neighbor trope.
there for the wine and starts to hum the tune that they all sing to. They all sing their messages.
I smell red wine.
Of course you do.
That means it's wine time.
You are my son.
Wine time. Wine time. This one's smoky. Wine time. I just clicked with Jesus.
And just when we think we've forgotten about the water fixture, the woman playing the water
Yes.
fixture
She's
just
still there.
she breaks the illusion, and this is amazing. I'm not gonna ruin it.
And a towel for you.
Jesus. Look at you with your wine glasses, your Cabernets, and your Merlots, and your Pinot Grigios,
This one's a rosé.
and your Rosés. Look at you, what's wrong with water? It comes from the sky, it comes from the ground, you're made of it. What's wrong with water?
It's wine time.
And that's it. It just goes to black at wine time.
This is a special treat, of course. This was one of the nominees for Best Short. And you got to see the whole thing today. So, of course, again, I was disappointed that it did go to black before the polyamorous orgy that we
Yes.
do.
Well, that's in the extended cut, the DVD cut. That was banned in the U.S.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We have one more film we want to talk about.
Oh, yes.
Can we get a title for that film?
Where the closet ends.
Where the Closet Ends. Yes. Some of us have been through that, haven't we?
Yes.
The closet, ending of the closet.
Isn't this the one about the children, the animated film? It's like by the creators of, well, some of the animators who were fired from Totoro and
That's right.
and
yes,
those other
yes.
videos.
I thought it was a coming out film, but it's actually not. At
Well,
all.
I think that might be an element in there as
Oh.
well.
I didn't pick up on that
No,
at all.
Really? Did you?
That's-
Did you watch the film?
I watched the film several times. You saw my review in the New Yorker.
Because I think sometimes it's because it's animated. You're just like, it's a cartoon, and you don't
Well,
pay
I
attention.
do feel that a little bit.
It's an art form. It's an art form. It's telling the story. So I tried to explain to you that Spider-Man told his story too. Just because he's Spider-Man doesn't mean he doesn't have a story.
You're one note when it comes to this stuff, this cartoons. We have to look at it, so let's see where the young girl discovers her closet. dub it, we can't tell what they're saying anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'll be frank, I do believe animation is a high art form, but it's a facsimile of speech anyway, so why not just
Right,
give it a good
exactly,
voice?
a facsimile.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So this version's pretty good in that sense, but
Forest spirits, let me in. Just sit right here until they do.
And, trope number 1, the sprightly companion.
well, I wouldn't say it's a trope. I would just say it's sort of a mythic archetype we expect in this kind of art.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Hello, Jillian.
Where'd you come from?
Trying to enter the closet, I see.
Well, I just thought it was, kind of funny that it's in the middle of the forest, and I thought I would just see what's on the other side.
Maybe you should see what's on the other side of yourself. Jillian, imagine the door opening and finding a wonderful world of discovery.
I love the next sequence where, just as in life and in myth, her magical friend shows her a place where she can spend money to collect trading cards or little spears to capture things to use to gamble to get more coins to buy more trading cards.
I mean, I felt like I was in some sugar-laden child's nightmare.
Or dream.
No one ever goes to the closet shop. Oh my goodness! Hello there!
Hello!
Welcome to the closet shop of forgotten things.
Wow, do you live here in the forest?
All the time. As you see here, we have many trinkets people have lost in their closets across time and space. And should you collect enough closet dust, you can take these home with you.
I just want them now. I just want
Oh, you see this fluffy forgotten slipper?
Yes.
This costs 50 dust.
I don't have any dust yet.
I suppose if you find some people here in the closet of forgotten things, they will give you what's called a fetch quest. And should you succeed in satisfying their request, they will give you some dust. Also, it's very dusty in here, so if you just generally dust the space, you'll collect some as you go.
Okay. All right, so I just need to collect 50 dust, and then I can get that one. How much dust for all of them?
Oh god, no one's ever asked for the whole shop. Mr. Harry Ford.
I've got to have it all. I've got to have it all.
562 pieces of dust for the entire shop.
All right, I'll be back.
We look forward to seeing you come back. You're the first person in ever.
Now, it really impresses me that for the duration of the rest of the film, just like in any good movie, there is a couple of bars of stats that appear over her head. Her health, her stamina, and also dust collected.
I found it very contrived, and also having been raised by the Hoarders, this whole thing was very triggering for me.
Well, look, I know there's an inventory icon, but you can just kind of ignore it.
Collecting dust is hard work.
Yes, it looks like your stamina bar is very low.
Yeah,
You should have a snack.
a snack.
Well, yes. There are many denizens here that will give you snacks simply by walking up to them and talking to them.
Thanks.
It's almost like pushing a button.
Hey there.
Hey, do you have any snacks?
Sure do. You home a fishing pole?
Oh, sure. What are you fishing for?
Fish.
I gotta catch dust, not fish.
Well, I'm not having too much luck here today, about this? If you catch me a fish, I'll give you a snack and a handful of dust.
A handful, wow, that's gotta be at least 10 or 12 dust. All right, it's a deal. It's a deal.
All right now.
No. Real careful, like. Oh boy, that's the ugliest fish I have ever seen.
That's my wife!
That fish is your wife?
I want to pause it here because it gets a little bit deep. We don't have time for it, but they do discuss the sanctity of even an ugly marriage, which I do think brings us back to marriage of identity and rights and progressiveness.
Well, I think that it is problematic that you associate the ugly wife with identity politics.
Oh no, I associate the ugly wife with this person. They're in a grotesque parody of marriage, which almost all real marriage is a parody of itself. And I'm just saying there are people who are denied that right, and that makes me mad.
Are you calling my identity grotesque?
No, I'm talking about the denial of your ability to be in as ugly a relationship as I can be, and a travesty. In fact, you should suffer as badly as everybody else.
That's fair.
Phew, these dysfunctional identity politics are making me sleepy.
You don't listen to her. All right. Here's your dust and your cookies.
Bye.
Oh, her health bar is going up, so is her stamina. And her inventory is full. Sorry, the hoarding thing, I know.
No, but when I went to film school 30 years ago, I was not expecting to be reviewing video games, okay? And I don't understand where the culture is going.
Well, I would argue that what makes this a great movie is that, and different than the video game, is video games are fun. And this is not. And that's why I admire it.
It's certainly not fun.
I feel like a new person. Better go get some dust.
And then they kind of cheap out and they all dance and sing through the credits. This is another very short one.
Yeah.
But they never bothered to translate the words, so.
No, so it's just really dancing to gibberish.
Yes.
But I think the audience deserves to see the dance of all the forest sprites and the ugly wife and all of them.
And just to be clear, this is not a slight against any sort of culture or anything. The creators of the cartoon weren't sure what language they were going to release it in, so they just said, make some shit up on a piece of paper. And the musicians just did, and they figured they would dub it later. They never did.
It doesn't quite have the choreographic zest that the Flater House piece.
No, thank you. No, it doesn't. It really does need an element.
Can't match that.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Itsy bootsy botsy boo, botsy bitsy bootsy bop, botsy bootsy bitsy botsy bootsy boo. Icky boopy doppy dop, icky boopy bitsy bootsy botsy boo. Itsy bootsy botsy boo, itsy bootsy boo.
All right, I want to fast forward. Just get to the
Fast forward. There was the caterer's credit, the music, the film.
All right. Well, I
Recorded in Canada. I did not notice that.
I have to go with thumbs down.
We're going to disagree on this one. You're going to disagree because I'm going to go thumbs up, if only for the wonderfully tragic backstory that makes this film even better. That they did do gibberish, and it turned out the gibberish that they created was actually a string of vulgarities in a Croatian language. And the studio was burned down.
Yeah.
People died.
That's right.
So it's art.
I think we have time for just a little extra feature today,
We do.
Howard. I have a recording of the famous, the conversation where you sat down with your great uncle Benicio and talked it out about jars and CrossFit. So, do you mind if I
No,
play a
please.
bit of that interview?
Cue up.
Go ahead.
Cue it up.
And you know, Benicio really modeled his character after himself, so he was very fit.
Look, I'll goddamn eat what I want to.
You look up at me when you talk to me.
I will eat what I want to. McDonald's is too real food.
McDonald's is for the weak, which means you are weak.
Look,
How do you expect to make good film if you eat second-rate potato?
I climbed 16 flights of goddamn stairs to talk to you because you won't let people take the elevator, so you should show me a little respect.
Yes, I will show a little respect to a little man. Here you go. There's the respect.
I just wanted to ask you about what the jars meant. That's all I cared about. I came up here to find out about what the jars meant.
You want to know
Yes.
the secret of the jar. Hang on, I need to stretch this. And then flex the calf. Do you notice the shape of the calf?
Oh, no, good. Forget it.
No, look!
Forget it. It's
Look!
not worth it. It's not worth it.
You see the jar tattoo?
I do, and you're always showing bare pieces of flesh to people and making them look at you.
Exactly! Bare flesh, like looking inside of a jar. Think about it,
I
Prince.
am.
You're thinking too hard. I see the vein on your forehead.
No, that's just because I'm having a little bit of a heart issue. I ate McDonald's and walked up 16 flights of stairs.
That is from the weak potatoes. I think
So the jars.
the jars are a representation of the fragility of the human flesh, which is why CrossFit makes the flesh strong, so you can break through the jar. You look confused. Either that or you're having a heart attack.
The problem here is that all these years I thought you were, in spite of your physical fitness
Right,
obsession.
you reminded me to squat.
Oh my God, you're doing it again.
Oh, so I will stop. Speak to me. I will just stay here and hold this position.
Yeah, but you know, while I'm talking to you, I can tell you're just thinking about squatting. Like you're in your mind, I can see it. You're going up and down.
No.
I think if I turn my back, you won't even be able to resist it. Ah!
Very well. Perhaps I am not the little man, now that I am lower in height looking up at you.
I like that. But now we're on equal footing because I need to sit and
When I see now I'm slightly taller than you again, in the way you slouch.
you always have to one up. us.
Benicio, when are you coming back to bed?
You're like 4 times her age.
She doesn't know that.
Come.
Because of
And
these.
we're gonna stop it right there. It's just too embarrassing for you, Howard. I'm sorry. We should have stopped it
Yeah.
before that. But did you feel a sense of closure after you had that conversation?
I did. What I love best about that interview is that I always admired him as an artist, and he had enigmatic ideas. And what it really turns out is that he's just a really terrible filmmaker, and he was trying to find a way back before we had the internet, to like suck people into like solving a mystery of what was going on to sell his CrossFit book.
And
He was an animal abuser. I mean, yeah, in fact, his second book he wrote was It's Not Abuse If You Eat What You Torture.
Right.
It did not sell well, and it made a terrible, terrible animated show.
Right. Well, I'm gonna give you 2 thumbs up, Howard, for sitting down with your relative there.
Thank you.
Really proud of you.
Hey, thumbs up to you
Yeah,
for
thanks.
doing this show and bringing
Yeah.
cinema to the
To
masses.
the masses, yeah. Thanks for being here. We're gonna take a quick break.
We're over time.
Yeah, okay,
We're over
okay,
time.
we're
We
done,
gotta
we're
wrap it
done.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Could someone bring my car around?
Howard, you have to get it yourself.
Oh my God.
At least walk down to the parking lot.
Well, all right. Can at least someone give me a refund for the soda I bought from the vending machine because I did.
That was terrible. Everybody, and our funeral bill and
we're about to start everybody's favorite live improvised show. Whose lime is it anyway? Huh? Yeah, we won't get sued. We are going to have a wonderful game. We're going to play Genre Office for our first improv game. May I have my Genre Office players up? Now, what's going to happen is we're going to assign each of these 4 individuals a different genre. And as they come into their place, it might not actually be an office, I might pick a different place. Each of them will bring a new genre with them that will affect the entire scene. So first, for fun, let's not do an office. Let's do a place where 4 people, at least 4 people, could be gathered.
Crime alley.
Crime alley? Okay, so crime alley, you're in a bad neighborhood. Like, you know, all right, seedy, bad, crime-ridden neighborhood. May I have, for Alex, any kind of genre?
Noir.
What were the 2?
Horror.
Noir.
Horror and noir. You get horror. Michael gets noir. I need a genre for Jennifer.
Slapstick.
What's that?
Slapstick.
Slapstick, and what else was it? Comedy. Okay, well, slapstick comedy. And Allie. Anime. Okay, well, we have a little bit of, are you sure we don't want a little variety? Okay, customer's always right. Anime. All right. Would my improvisers like me to call when people come in, or would you rather come in on your own? Probably you're better at that. I will harmlessly stand off to the side and let you enter and exit. Genre, location, everyone.
What was that?
As I walked through the alley, I saw the frightened woman pulling up a trash bag and then a trash can, pointing it at me like I was some kind of lion in a circus.
Hey, what are you doing around these parts?
It's Crime Alley. It's where the crime happens. I flick the cigarette, and then I squish it on the ground and I approach the mysterious stranger in the shadows. You look very mysterious in those shadows. Why don't you come into the dim lamplight?
What are you going to give me if I do?
I'll give you a hi, how are you, and maybe check to see if you have any crimes to be looked into, because you see, I solve crimes.
I don't have any crimes, but I know who does.
I could tell by the look in her eyes. She was telling the truth. All right, spill it.
There's Big Tommy, and there's Little Johnny. And they run all the crimes around here. Everything that you see will come back to one of those 2 men.
Tommy and Johnny connection. I should have known by the big hat and the small shoes in the alleyway. Tell me something. How do you know so much about Tommy and Johnny? You got skin in the game?
Of course not. I know where my money's hidden. They don't. They never will.
That's the thing about Tommy and Johnny. They always know. That's why they operate in Crime Alley. I lit a cigarette again.
Hey, is this Crime Alley?
Sure is.
That's what the sign says!
Awesome, okay, all right. Well, Big Johnny and Little Tommy, or is it Little Johnny and Big Tommy? Anyway, somebody told me to come down here with this ladder in this very narrow alleyway so that someone could go up and see what the heck was going on in that window up there. So I'll just put it over here, yeah? What? Wait a minute. No, not so fast. Not so fast.
Hang on there, we're gonna knock this tub ladder down!
All right. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. There you go.
You know, maybe this alley's not that narrow!
It's not that narrow after all. All right, let's get it up against the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna lower my side down, you bring yours
I told you little Johnny was around and doing crimes.
I sure am. Now, you all need to get out of my alley. There's only room for one mouse in this alley, and that's me.
Don't use your superpowers on us, little Johnny.
We're prepared for anything you could throw at us, no matter how long you take to charge it.
Getting ready for cheese explosion!
Don't worry, people we just met. With the power of friendship, we can deflect it back.
Little lactose intolerant!
We've defeated little Johnny.
Think so?
I think we did.
No, it's not the first window. You gotta go to the second window.
I got. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Careful now. It's moving
Careful,
left.
careful. Whoa.
Yes, they're dead.
I've seen many corpses in my time, but the little mouse one, that one hit different.
I never thought I'd see the day we were free from little Johnny.
Without little Johnny, Big Tommy won't be able to run the criminal empire. You see, mice really don't work well when they're by themselves. They're more of a pack animal. Hey, like a cigarette to calm your nerves.
Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, it's a shame about little Johnny.
Well, when you're a little mouse, you shouldn't go for the big cheese. Especially if you're lactose intolerant.
Well, don't you know everything, Mr. Detective?
Yes, I do. Except why she was in Crime Alley in the first place.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You're the final girl. You got this!
Let's all come back out and give these guys a hand for that. That was great, huh? Well done, well done. So next we're going to play a game called Slips of Paper, which a lot of you have already helped us out with. I will use the scientific method for distributing the slips of paper all around in locations that are optimal for the stage. I believe Jason and Jennifer are in this with me. They will start a scene, and I will be off to the side to possibly support them. Would you like to have an ask?
Yes. Can we get an occupation of some kind?
DMV clerk.
DMV clerk. Thank you very much. All right. Next. Yes.
I have this parking ticket.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna get the Parkers here every day. This is for new licenses. Parkers are down the hall.
I know, but
To
that
the
line
left.
is really long.
Yes, there's at least a 3-hour wait.
Yeah.
I have a very specific job here. I handle licenses, so you think you can talk to me that way after the disco incident? I've seen you parked with your spinning mirror ball being a public nuisance, and you're gonna pay for it at that office down there.
We said we weren't going to bring that up again, all right? Leave it in the past. For heaven's sake.
People aren't even supposed to know that you're my sister, okay? They think you're gonna get favoritism. Your license will get processed within less than 22 weeks. Come on!
Bill, my steaming hot take is that you're still angry about it because you, well, you know
I do know what I did. And that's why I can't listen to music anymore.
Bill, look, I've forgiven you. You need to learn how to forgive yourself and validate this parking ticket.
I discoed that car, but you chose to drive it in a no disco zone. That's not on me.
It's not. I'm sorry. It's been racking me with guilt all of these years.
Well, Catherine, one of us is going to have to pay, all right? That fine's not going to go away, and ooh la la. You think you're so fancy with your job that makes more than $6 an hour. Well, I love the DMV, and you're not going to take this away from me.
Very mature, Bill. That's very mature. Listen, come on, buddy. Help me out. Do you know what my insurance is going to be? If this parking ticket doesn't get cleared, it's going to be a lot, or a real lot. And I'm not so good with the advice. Can I offer you a sarcastic comment?
God, Catherine, that's like your only currency. Nice hair, Bill. Great disco ball. Come on.
Nice comeback, Bill.
Fine. This is the last favor that I'm going to do for you. Hold on. Curtis? Yeah. No, come down. I need you to handle an offside ticket. All right? Yeah, no, right now. Yes, it's my sister. Just shut up and come down here. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Is that your mother? I have a good relationship with your mother. Because she's my mother, too.
Oh. Well, if we get out of this ticket jam, then we're both gonna be in good standing. Curtis?
We both said that we wouldn't do this again.
Mom?
Honey, you shouldn't bother me and your brother at work.
I'm sorry. Are we supposed to call her Curtis when she's here?
That's how we show respect, is we call her by the name that was on her name placard on her office when she moved in, even though it wasn't her
Hey! Whoa! Did you just see that lion jump out of that car?
See, that's an infraction. That is a serious infraction, not this.
Holy crap, is the circus back in town?
No, that was just a terrible attempt as a diversion to leave you two. Because I just can't deal with this anymore. I can't. You know driving is serious business. And you take it seriously.
Yes, that's why I work here.
Be like your brother.
I know I should. Can you tell I'm looking at you?
My eyes are up here. Don't look at your feet. I know how you get when you're upset. I still love you. Just not as much as your brother.
That's true. Catherine, it's just time to pay. I know you've been saving up some of your money. This may take it all, but it's time.
Fine, you're right. It's time to grow up. Pay my bills, pay my dues.
All right, so take out your wallet, and let's make this quick. I have IBS.
Oh, honey, you didn't take your supplement.
Yep, it is break time at least 10 minutes ago. And I am
Great time.
clenching my clothes to leave. All right.
Thank you.
Oh yes, it's sponsored by Imodium AD tonight here. All right, so that was slips of paper. I'm going to introduce the next game called the Parallel Universe. So let's get our three performers on the stage. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so for our Parallel Universe, we're going to need three different types of locations. So the first one is a non-geographic location, like a type of location you'd find in any major city.
Coffee shop.
A coffee shop, perfect. Thank you very much. All right, now let's get another location. This is a location that you've always wanted to travel to.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. All right, coffee shop, Las Vegas. And our last location is a fictional location. So it can be from movies or from books. No, what was that, Narnia? Narnia. All right, so we have coffee shop, Las Vegas, and Narnia. What's going to happen is Our performers up here are going to be doing 3 separate scenes, 1 scene in each of those places. I'll be switching the locations when I call freeze. They'll freeze in a position, I'll tell them the new location, and their body positions will show you what's happening at that scene. And then, of course, as I keep switching, we'll return to each of those scenes as time has passed. All right, so let's start in a coffee shop.
Hey.
Hi. I'll be with you in a second.
Oh, no worries. I'm just working on my novel.
How's it coming, Clarice?
I think I'm kind of stuck. Could you look it over for me?
Sure.
Sean? Yay. So here's the thing. Annika doesn't really know how to handle the attention that she's getting, so she's trying to distract everybody from her big movie break, right?
Freeze! Las Vegas.
This is a winning card, honest.
Oh my God, you're telling me this right after I finish stripping? That's crazy.
Yeah. This card is more than you made in tips all night. We're going.
I'm going with you?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to.
I do.
Yeah.
The hole is so gross.
I know, sweetie. It's gonna be okay. But okay, so this has enough money to get us out of here.
And off the poles.
Off the poles for at least 6 months.
But wait, can we make the number higher?
Freeze! Narnia.
Whoa. Is this what Narnia is all about?
The magic in the air is lighting up these light poles.
I can't feel my feet.
That.
There's light everywhere.
Yes.
How
It's a beautiful, pure place.
Freeze! Coffee shop.
And then I just spilled it everywhere. I'm really sorry, Sean. I'm sorry.
Do you know what? That's fine. I mopped all day, but mopping a little more won't hurt. Just don't get your feet in there.
Oh,
Come on,
oh
you.
no, oh no.
I just said.
No, I'm sorry, I'm sorry,
Wow,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Hey, how's it going? I'd like to get a cup of
Oh, freeze! Las Vegas.
Not another stripper!
rain and cash on me, baby!
There's room in this party bus for both of you, I promise.
It was just supposed to be us.
I never said it was just gonna be us, babe. I said it was gonna be us.
And another stripper!
Freeze! Narnia.
It's one of the animals.
I am the king! Who comes into my kingdom?
You're not the king. The king is those random white boys.
I think we are the random white boys.
Freeze! Coffee shop.
I am gonna sue your asses off!
I'm so sorry. I'm
Listen,
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
listen. We can work this out, okay? Do you see that girl over there? Yeah. She's got a novel, and it's gonna do so much money. You have no idea.
Yeah?
Why don't you come talk to her? She'll promise you something. Come on, right? Your novel. She's famous.
You're famous?
Yeah. I self-published my last 2 books, and they're doing okay. We're doing numbers. It's good.
So
Numbers?
Yeah.
What kind of numbers?
I mean, I at least 300 of each been sold, which has been
She makes
really
so much money.
Freeze! Narnia!
Us white boys? we're peaceful. You tell us.
Yes, we are not the conquerors or the other ones. We're here in peace. We want all of the animals.
But how come you ripped out part of my magic beard?
Because it looks a little bit looks good on me too.
Please, Las Vegas!
Okay, girls. You're both beautiful. We are gonna make it to Reno by sunrise. Are we ready? I know.
I'm ready for her to get off this bus.
I know you're mad at me. I'm really sorry. I thought this would be fun.
Do you need me to remind you why I'm with you? You put a pole in the middle of here for a reason? Do you need me to remind you?
I mean, yeah.
Freeze! Narnia!
This is where we white boys stay and we're not leaving!
And let's see! Excellent job. All right.
Alright, the next game is called New Choice, and I think you will understand how it goes as we start to play. Who is in New Choice? Walton Maria, awesome. Shall we get something to start?
Yes. You have an ask?
A relationship between the two of us.
A relationship, if you please.
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
All of your papers are on my lawn.
I
You
got.
know where the property line is.
I do, but I have a system.
What are you talking about, system?
I have a system. I know where everything is.
Yeah, I know where everything is too, on my property.
That's just the stuff I don't want.
New Choice.
Well, I have been a bad neighbor, I guess.
Yeah, you have.
I could probably keep my filing over here.
I appreciate that.
It's been hard since Linda left.
New Choice.
I've been enjoying a new opium habit.
I didn't know what that smell was. It didn't smell like any of the drugs that I'm familiar with, but that makes sense.
It started with LARPing, this live action role
Oh.
playing. We were doing this
Yeah.
1920s thing, and I
Yeah.
felt like absinthe, and one jumped to that, and it's like, oh, we're in a den, and there are people vomiting on themselves.
You know, I haven't told you this, but my Tommy got into LARPing, and it was a bad.
Maria, new emotion.
My Tommy got into LARPing. It was really bad.
Oh no.
He was carrying a sword around all the time, and he was dressed like a knight, and he would get out in the park, and everybody could see him. It was so embarrassing.
I can help. Do you know the rules? Do you know?
New Choice, well.
Well, he's going straight to hell. One thing drugs have done, they've opened my mind up to religion. And, yeah, I've been giving up my worldly possessions. I was like, tax records and shit, screw it. I throw it all over the property. He's...
Yeah, what does it have to do with Tommy?
New Choice.
Can you give me some opium? We have something very special for you next. The Oracle is here. The Oracle can answer any question you have about your future, about your past, anything you want. Who has a question for the Oracle? Yes, please.
What breed of dog should I adopt?
You
Can adopt
any
breed you,
want
but there
are
setbacks.
Yeah. Anybody else have a question for the Oracle? Yeah.
Yeah, what should I get a price drop for tomorrow?
get
Whatever you
desire
to buy,
and
eat.
tomorrow.
Who else has a question? Yes, go ahead.
What happened at the lake?
We
Have
Not
seen
much,
at
all
but there
will
be
consequences.
I think we had a question over here.
Why is the sky blue?
the
sky
Is
blue
because
of
the
chemicals
in
plain.
detritus.
Yes, please.
What should we get for dinner tonight? Because everything's closed at 10 o'clock.
You
Should go
very
slowly.
towards
the
McDonald's,
and
get
some
French.
bread.
Hope that helps. I think we could take one more question for the Oracle. Yes, please.
How's my new job gonna go?
It
will
Go.
poorly.
Thank you,
Next game is called Sing a Ding Ding. Paul, who are you playing that with?
With Alex.
Oh, sorry, there you are. Okay. All right. Would you like a suggestion to start?
Would you?
Sure.
Do you have an ask you'd like, or shall I?
What is something that is in this box?
Carrots.
I heard carrots
And a rabbit.
and a rabbit. That works out beautifully. Thank you.
The lease said no pets.
Yeah, but this rabbit's really cute, and I already got her some food.
But the lease said no pets.
But the leaves can suck it, they'll never know.
I'm your landlord, and I say pets really should not be allowed in here. Some places have a special pet lease. We didn't do that. We don't have it arranged. Oh God, he's cute though.
He's so cute,
no,
right?
no.
And he'll be in a cage every day.
Don't
all
tempt
the
me.
time. He'll
Don't
be
tempt
sitting right here and not hurting your floors or
Don't
walls
tempt me. Don't
or
tempt me.
doors
Don't
or
tempt me.
any. I'm
Don't tempt
tempting.
me.
I'm
Don't tempt me.
tempting.
Don't
I'm
tempt me.
tempting. I'm tempting.
Don't knock it off! Knock it off!
Oh, careful! You don't startle
He
him.
thumped. Does that mean he's sick? Is he okay?
He's fine.
I don't care.
You just startled him. Bunnies don't like loud noises.
I don't want to hurt him.
No.
Don't want the bunny to be sad. Don't want him sad or agitated. Just don't want him here. Not here.
But here is where he is.
Not here.
And he will be sad if he has to leave.
Not here.
But he can be here.
Not here,
He
please.
can be here, please.
Oh, then if I let you have the rabbit, I gotta let those people downstairs that wanted a monitor lizard to have a monitor lizard. And monitor lizards are like they bite and they're scary.
They're so cool. They're so cool.
And
They have these jaws and their spit is poisonous because their mouths are gross. They're so cool.
And the poison part was the issue.
That makes sense because, but like, he's not gonna hurt anybody. If he bites, it'll be like a little ow. But like, he's fine. He's fine. He's not venomous. He's just a bunny.
Well, he is a mammal.
Yeah.
And mammals are like you and I.
It's
We're
true.
mammals.
We're mammals.
Not some reptilian bastard like a monitor. Not at all.
Don't even need a heat lamp for this
No.
guy.
Keep the bunny. You can keep the bunny, but I want more rent money.
Alright. I think I'm staying out here for this one. Yes? They said they said?
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry, yes.
This is
They
they
said
said
they
they said.
This is this.
Yes.
Oh, hi.
everything.
Okay. Can we get an exotic location?
Bali.
I just want to go on a nice vacation with you.
She said, throwing a tantrum.
Are you sure that's where you want to go?
She said, putting her hand on my shoulder. I mean, it's a cool place. We've got beaches and trees and stuff, right?
She said, doing a Balinese dance.
Oh, well, that does look like fun. And I do like the beach.
She said, joining in the dance. See? We can blend right in, and I'll bring along extra swimsuits.
She said, going to get her swimsuit to show it. Oh, that is cute.
She said, stopping the dance and taking the swimsuit away.
Thank you.
You could bring your own swimsuit too.
She said, going to get the swimsuit and putting it in her suitcase. That one's for me?
She said, looking over my shoulder. Yes, you see, I brought your extra toothbrush and your toothpaste, and like we're all set. We've got everything we need. We just need to get on the plane.
She said, presenting the suitcase and 2 tickets to Bali. Wow, all right, I guess you have this all figured out.
She said, moving away and taking the tickets. Yeah, I've got the whole thing planned. We're gonna have a great time.
She said, rooting through her suitcase. Yeah, we are gonna have a great time.
She said, backing slowly towards the door. Hey!
Hey!
Yeah! You're getting into it now. I can tell you're like ready to move.
She said, eyeing the tickets and the suitcase suspiciously. Yeah, I was just gonna go get the car started.
She said, reaching to open the door behind her without turning around. I love that you always think ahead. Thank you.
She said, closing her suitcase and walking towards the door. All right, fine, you can come.
She said, turning to walk out. Sweet of you to be so into this. Let's go.
All right, the next game we're going to play, let's see, it's myself and Michael and Jen, and we're going to play a game called Principal's Office, and this is a guessing game. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to send Jen out of the room. Let's all say bye-bye, Jen.
Bye-bye, Jen.
All right.
Somebody has to come and get me, because I'm going to be good.
Well, okay, we'll yell real loud and send somebody out. All right, Jen is going out into our fabulous soundproof parking lot, and what we're going to do now is we need to get 3 suggestions for principal's office. So first of all, so Jen is going to be a student coming to the principal's office because she is in trouble.
Big trouble.
Yeah, so we need, first of all, an imaginary infraction, something that you've done wrong at school, but it's not a real thing like breaking something. What's something that you really shouldn't get in trouble for at school, but she's getting in trouble for?
Flabberganutting.
Okay, what is that?
The act of acting so ostentatiously, aggressively swaggerous.
Okay, so bragging. Okay, all right. Is that is that what it is? Okay, okay.
For bragging.
How about let's make it bragging about what's something you wouldn't brag about.
Her new car.
Okay, bragging about her new car. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the crime. Okay, now what was her motive for doing this? Now, once again, it's not a real reason to brag about her car. What's a fake reason? Something unrelated, but that's the reason why.
She was jealous.
She was jealous of.
The teacher's car.
She was jealous of teachers' cars. Bragging about her car, she's jealous about teachers' cars. And finally, she wasn't just doing this alone. She was doing it with a well-known fictional character. Who was she doing with?
Roger Rabbit.
What was that?
Roger Rabbit?
Roger Rabbit. All right. So once again, it was bragging about her car because she was jealous of the teacher's car, and it was with Roger Rabbit. Okay, we're going to try to get her to say those three things. If she gets close, she gets one of them, I want you to give her some applause. Let's practice. A little applause. When she gets the third one, crazy applause. And we're going to have 4 minutes, so somebody's going to time 4 minutes. Somebody has a watch.
I got it.
All right, awesome. Nice. Let us know. You call out, and we have like 1 minute left and 30 seconds left. We're going to see if we can get it all in 4 minutes. Now we need to get Jen back in the room. Let's all yell, "Hey, Jen!" And then I was going to get her 1, 2, 3. Hey, Jen! All right, let's give her a big round of applause.
Bring in the student.
Katie Decker.
I'm sorry.
Why don't you park yourself right there?
Vice Principal Fulton and I are very, very concerned.
Concerned?
Oh, yes. Never in my 32 years of teaching have I heard the kind of proud language that came out of you.
Preening like a rooster was what was described to us, and in my 32 months as being the assistant principal, I'm shocked.
Look, I know it sounds like a swear word, but cock-a-doodle-doo is not a swear word.
Oh, it's not the word itself is what brought you here. It's how you say it.
The attitude. You think you're better than the other students, even staff members here.
You mean like cock-a-doodle-doo?
Sure. It's great now when you do it, but we don't care what you drive, and I think you should care less, young lady.
Well, you know, it is a Tesla.
There she goes again. There she goes again. So just admit what you are doing to the students out there and to us right now.
You mean like boasting about my Tesla all the time?
Yes. Now we've already contacted your parents. You are this close to expulsion, but if you come clean about the whole incident, we might just get it down to a suspension.
Okay.
Because you know this isn't the first time.
I know.
Okay.
Or the second.
Or the third.
I know.
And the staff members are sick of it.
I know, but when you have 4 Teslas, it's really something to shout about.
But you see, we want to see what's under the hood of this crime. You see, you've been reading about Dante's Inferno in class, yes? The 7 deadly sins, and clearly you've committed a sin of pride, let's say.
Yeah.
But there's another sin that prodded this one, wasn't there?
I mean, because I'm kind of lazy?
I mean,
Want to walk to school?
I'm not your teacher or your physical ed teacher or anything like that. It was a different sin. Something that perhaps made you feel a sickliness about you.
Maybe a little green.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Green.
I did see all the other kids driving nice cars, and I thought I was really envious, and I had to do better than them.
Yes.
Oh.
We've discussed your incidents with the other kids, but we know that you were looking at the vehicle of a certain gym teacher, Ms. Palmer.
1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her.
So how did you feel about that?
I felt envious and
Of?
jealous of Miss Palmer.
Yes. But you weren't alone, were you? We saw you walking around and bragging with your friend, slipping on banana peels, cackling in high voices.
So very animated you both were. But this person was literally animated.
Well, I thought Bugs Bunny was just my imaginary
Oh, we welcome Bugs Bunny here.
He
but
has
not-
a tenure here.
Yes,
Talking
yes.
about that other fraud.
No, that other fraud, that other animal, and his salacious girlfriend. I think it's actually his wife that he brings around, and she is dressed in an inappropriate way for our students to see.
You mean Mickey? Mickey Mouse?
Oh, you have one last chance to admit who it was. Not Bugs Bunny, but someone similar with that salacious wife.
Oh, Roger.
Yeah.
So that we can put it on your permanent record, will you please confess the entire crime?
All right, fine. I boasted about my Tesla because I was jealous of Miss Palmer's car, and I didn't do it by myself. I did it with Roger Rabbit.
Finally! Yes.
6 months detention.
At Walton Alley, please. Okay. These are two people. They're gonna have a really rough time in the next few minutes. It's fine, don't worry. Can I first have a relationship for these two?
Dog trainer and client.
Dog trainer and client. Now, this dog trainer and client are engaged in a physical activity together. What is that physical activity?
Bowling.
Bowling. Dog trainer and client bowling. And they're having a conversation about something very serious at the same time. What is that?
Eternal life.
Eternal life. Okay. The two of you are going to be having a conversation about eternal life while bowling. You may not talk about the bowling. Okay? Go ahead.
So, I mean, I think he's coming along really well with the lessons, but I'm worried that Scruffy doesn't have a soul.
Well, I think what's more important is the relationship between the two of you. So, if we just keep up with the training and, the love that you have for him, that's the soul of the relationship. It's okay if, you don't see anything in those dark, dead eyes.
I mean, he's 7 years old, and Cocker Spaniels are kind of inbred and don't live very long. So what I'm concerned about is the fact that even though he is old enough to be learning about the Lord, the Vatican's pretty clear that animals at best can maybe wind up in limbo.
We're going to take a quick time out. Something's happening all around these guys, okay? It could be comets are falling down, something crazy in the atmosphere.
The Purge.
I'm sorry?
The Purge.
The purge. Okay. You may not talk about the purge. The purge is happening.
So, I think, the best way would be to try to get Scruffy to admit Jesus Christ into his soul.
Yeah, look, I know that, but it's like he can admit it all he wants, but if Scruffy, even if he accepts the Lord and Savior, if he doesn't have a soul, he won't be saved!
What about this? What about in his doggy dish, put some holy water?
I think you're missing the point! You're missing the point! I think you're missing the point!
The bowling lanes have become very slippery.
Because, if die, but he's not. He doesn't have a soul, and all dogs go to heaven, but they can't. That's a lie. Because he has no soul. So holy water is not going to make it. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to make a difference.
Alright, new idea! I mean, people put crucifixes on necklaces, why not his collar?
I think you're getting caught up in the symbolism and not listening to the rationality of what is eternal life here. I mean, he can wear all the accoutrements of the church and some kind of theology, but theology, they won't do him a damn bit of good if he doesn't have an eternal soul. They won't help him. They won't help him. A dog needs some afterlife. Something. Yes.
Assemble as your barricade.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I have some people here. Okay. So we're gonna play a game called Entrances and Exits. Each one of these people is gonna have a word. Whenever that word is said in the scene by themselves or by somebody else, they have to either exit or enter. So for Alex, can I have a noun?
House.
Tree. Tree. Can I have a verb?
Zoning.
What was over here?
Swim.
Swim. Tree. Swim. And an adjective.
Curly.
Curly. Okay. Tree. Swim. Tree. Curly.
I'm really scared. I haven't done an audition in like 2 years.
You can do it. I know you can. Do you want to run through your lines one more time?
Yeah, okay, Sally. Feed me the first one.
Okay. I'm nervous too, man. I'm sorry. Go over there.
I'm going, man, right by the tree.
Hey yo, I brought beer. It's Tuesday. Let's go.
I didn't know you were auditioning too. Are you auditioning for the part of Stevie?
What? No, I'm just here for the beer. Aren't we supposed to watch the game tonight?
Oh,
You don't know?
What don't I know?
Oh my goodness. He's auditioning for The Great Swim of 1990.
yeah.
Swim of 1990.
Oh my god, I gotta get on stage right now. All right, I'll be back in a little bit.
Wow. Oh my goodness, he's so stressed about this. He hasn't told you?
You know, he probably mentioned the Great Swim of 1990.
Right.
Okay, I need the script, not totally off book. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna do the swim thing.
Okay.
All right, you go do the swim thing.
Good luck with the swim thing.
Yep, thank you.
Look, I'm really worried about him.
Oh yeah?
He's been stressed all the time.
I mean, isn't he always just kind of like that? You know how his brain is, it goes all curly.
Well, I know, but I gotta go check on him.
I'm gonna have a beer. Suppose I should have noticed his brain was getting curly.
He's not doing too hot, man. He's by the tree over there, sobbing.
Oh boy, I'm gonna
He's
go
just
check. I'm gonna go check
sobbing.
on him.
Oh God, whoever wrote The Great Swim of 1990 and has done this to my friend.
They said no right away
No.
because I was crossing stage left and fell over the tree please.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Oh, you came back. Oh, jeez.
I didn't get the part, and it's your fault.
What? I'm just standing here, dude.
Listen, you can't blame it on her. All right, it was the tree's fault. The tree did that.
Screw those trees. You know,
You're right.
I have thoughts about trees.
I don't want to hear the thoughts about the trees, but she just keeps leaving.
I mean, if you insist, I can talk to you about it.
Yeah, tell me why I wasn't cast, but the curly-haired kid was.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I didn't realize the curly kid got it over you. I'm sorry, man.
You know what, man? I changed my mind. Screw them.
Did you know what? That kid actually spent the last 6 years of his life training to swim.
Not for him,
I mean, it's really wild that they had to swim for the audition even.
yeah.
I did it! I punched the curly-haired kid!
Man, I gotta go see what he looks like.
Yeah.
What? You get him in the face?
Yeah. And then he fell back into the tree!
What? That's amazing.
And I was like,
I'm gonna go look
Yep.
at his face. Yeah.
you can tell the curly-haired kid, suck it!
He's messed up back there.
Yeah, you should see the tree!
Messed up. Yeah, it was crazy. I saw the whole thing.
You saw the tree busted in half?
I saw the tree busted in half. I saw everything, man. There were bruises, there were punches. The tree was just lying there all broken. And then the tree, I gotta keep going about this tree.
I know, right?
Man, this tree was snapped in half. It didn't look like a tree anymore, man.
Right? And you know who's gonna have to build a new tree? The curly-haired kid!
Are you reading?
Sure.
Okay. Pick a script.
Oh boy. Blue.
Yeah, so this game is called Actor's Nightmare. Michael's gonna be reading from a script and I am not. So we're gonna see what happens. Can we get a suggestion for a location?
Hell.
What was this?
Hell.
Hell.
No dogs.
Because we're all in heaven.
I can't believe I ended up here.
So maybe I was right.
You know, I didn't believe. And I just kept doing whatever the hell I wanted. Hell.
Now you hold it right there, Buster.
What?
The Holy Spirit wants you to renounce the Catholic Church.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to make sense of this. I'm in hell, and the Holy Spirit is talking to me.
Yes!
And wants me to renounce. If I renounce the Catholic Church, won't I just stay here?
No! What's her heart gonna say?
What's my heart gonna say?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I would have to. No, I don't get it. I think I need to maybe accept the Catholic Church into my heart to get out of here.
No.
No?
Don't tell her to renounce the Catholic Church!
Jesus.
Don't agree with her!
I thought I was only gonna have to deal with the devil, but now if Jesus is here and
Oh, you are in it.
I thought I was in it when I was doing all the crime and all the sinning, and now I'm really fucking in it.
Margaret, if you really want to go to heaven, just say, I am not a Catholic.
Okay. I am not a Catholic. I'm still burning. I don't know.
Say, I am not a Catholic, and ask Jesus into your heart.
I'm looking over there. I'm looking over there. Okay. I am not a Catholic, and I accept Jesus into my heart.
I've never heard of this play.
And Michael Waltz.
Yes.
So our last scene.
It's a finale.
Whoa, what's it on?
That's French.
Woohoo.
Should we explain how this one works?
Bonjour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go. You know.
So this game is called Foreign Film. This is a film that no one's really ever heard of before, and it's in a language that long since died. But our two friends here are going to dub the voices of us, the actors, as we tell the story of this film. Now, can we get a title for this foreign film that no one's ever heard of?
The Road to Nowhere.
Love it. The Road to Nowhere.
And anybody come on with a voice if you want to.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Well, we have many more miles to go to get to nowhere.
I know, but I'm so sensuously tired.
Why am I always paired with a sensuous journey friend?
I can't help it. I just go on a lot of journeys and I'm so sensuous.
Oh, I am moved, and yet I worry because my journeys usually don't last more than a few minutes.
What do you mean? I thought this was a long journey.
Yes, but it is a journey to nowhere.
To nowhere?
Yes.
I don't understand.
You are sensuous and mixed up and beautiful and crazy and everything a man would desire.
Yeah,
But-
I get that a lot.
But look at the road. You see
What am I looking for?
the nothing. It goes there to nowhere.
What?
I have to spell it out for you because you are too sensuous to understand the ennui.
I can spell. Just go ahead then.
No, I meant metaphorically spell. I mean okay, look, I draw a picture in the air for you. Okay, say this is like, this cat in the sky is your life, and these trees are your failings, and this is a monkey juggling, and screw this, I'm very bad at this part.
Just stop.
I'm
okay?
stopping, I stopped.
Look, if I'm going to go on a journey, I just go. I don't know about all this drawing and the cats and the planning and the thinking and the crazy. Let's just go.
Baby. Baby, you're not just sensuous and crazy.
That's right.
Maybe you are my ticket out of here.
Your ticket?
My partner.
Okay, that sounds better.
And you will follow me and I will follow you. I'm going to go out there to the nowhere. Or, and I am just, you say, this spitballing here. But maybe we go off the road, and going off the road goes somewhere.
Okay, buddy. I've heard this before. Everyone wants to take me on a journey to a side road. Look, I got places to go.
No. This is, no, it's not what, okay, yeah, I wanted to seduce you. I don't know.
I know.
But it would be very short. I told you just a few minutes.
Even so, I don't want any delays. If I'm gonna go nowhere, I'm going now.
Okay. Just, you go 1 mile up ahead, and at the Denny's, you take the exit, I think it's exit 14, and you'll be in Schenectady, which is kind of just off of nowhere, but it's somewhere.
That sounds like the place for me. Thank lot.
All right. 3 minutes, right?
And that is our show. That is all we got. Thank you guys for coming tonight. Tomorrow is our very last show of the season. We're going to be doing Real Life, the Improv, where we interview willing volunteers. Zach was one of our beautiful volunteers. Was it last week? It was last week, right? Yep. So if you come back tomorrow night and you would like to be one of our interviewees, just let us know before the show. And then we're taking a break for August, and then we'll be back in September with our grand reopening. To keep up on all these dates and what's happening, go to www.mopgo.org. Mopgo.org.com. Org. Thank you. And we still are doing, even though we're not doing shows, we still are doing our Monday night improv workout, which is open for anybody, whether you have any experience doing improv or not, and it's really fun, right? Right. So come on by and see how it feels. And I want to say thank you to our beautiful crew. They're all great. Thank you, Rachel, John, and Ashley out there. All right, everybody, get home safe, and thank you very much for coming.